Then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to start doing voice recordings. So we're going to make sure that we're at the beginning of the video, and then we're going to click on the little folder with the star, and we're going to click on the microphone. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the little microphone down at the bottom, and it's going to count down 3, 2, 1. The first one you might mess up because you're going to have to click on the allow button that appears up at the top, and then we're just going to click on the square to stop the recording, and just click on the trash can to stop this first recording. What you're going to do next is check off preview while recording, and then click on the microphone again, and you're going to read your first fact that appears here. So it's going to count down 3, 2, 1. Did you know that 3.9 million dogs are given up to animal shelters each year? And then hit stop. Then you're going to click on the check box, and then from here what you're going to do next is you're going to click on where it says audio 1. So put your pointer on audio 1 and click the trash can that appears, and then you're going to see your voice recording right here. And what you want to make sure that you do is make sure that your voice recording ends at the same time as your first fact right here. And if it doesn't, like let's just say for example you had like some extra space between your voice recording and your first fact, so like let's say for example it looked like what we see here, you want them, two of them to match, so you're just going to click on the first scene and then put your pointer at the end of the first scene and then click and drag backwards to make sure that the two of them end at the same time. And then from here you can kind of click and drag to draw a box around the other scenes, and then click and drag them to bring them over. So then you're going to record the second scene, so you click on the microphone up at the top and click the preview while recording, and again click on the microphone. It's going to count down 3, 2, 1, record your second scene. Did you know that 3.9 million dogs are given up to animal shelters each year? And then hit stop and hit the checkbox. And you're basically just going to repeat that for all of your other scenes. So at this point, what should happen is you should record all of your scenes. So now, for example, we're going to record scene 3. So we should have our scene 1 and our scene 2 all done and all matched together. So again, you're going to click on the microphone, preview while recording, and click again, and then 3, 2, 1. Read what it says in your text and hit stop. Click on the checkbox. And then finally, you're going to record your last scene by doing kind of the same exact thing. And again, you want to make sure that your timings are matched up. So in this case, I just want to make sure my timings matched up. And then finally, I'll just go ahead and record my last scene by clicking on the microphone and preview while recording. And then record. And it counts down 3, 2, 1, and then just read from your very last scene, and then hit stop and click on the checkbox. So then from here, what you're going to do is you should have all of your voiceovers should appear in your voiceover 1 part of the timeline. Again, you want to make sure everything matches up. So in this case, I'm going to make this a little bit longer. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to add an audio track where you're going to have music. So basically what you're going to do next is you're going to click on the little music note up at the top of the screen, and then you're going to be able to play some of the music. So you've got these different folders. You can click on a folder, and if there's other folders here underneath, you can click on those folders and just play on some of the music. You can turn the volume up, not too high, like halfway is a good volume, and listen to some of the sample music and decide on the music that you want to put into your presentation or to your video. So then you can just click on the pause button to pause it. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the plus sign to add a new audio track. You're then going to click on where it says audio, and then we're going to rename it. Instead of saying audio 1, we're going to call it music. And then click OK. And from here, what we're going to do is there's a little scroll bar on the right hand side. So we're going to scroll all the way down on the right hand side, and then we're going to see this music track appear underneath. So you're then going to click and drag the music that you want to go into the music track. You're going to notice that the music plays for a lot longer than your actual words and voice. So what you're going to do is go over here to the zoom, and you're going to take that little blue dot and zoom it all the way out until you see like your voice and are like really tiny, and you can see the end of the song. You're then going to click on the song, and then you're going to click and drag the song to end at the same time as your voice. So now at this point you'll just see the voice recordings and the music. And then if we just click and drag to rewind to the beginning, and we can also scroll up, and we'll see basically our voice, or our video, our voice, and our music. And then what we want to do, the very last part that we want to do, is hit play and make sure that we can hear our voice and our music. So we're going to click on play. And because of the fact that the voice is really quiet, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to the music, and we're going to click and drag the music so that it's only maybe at about 50% roughly, and then rewind, and make sure that when you rewind you hit play and make sure you can hear everything. So in this case I would probably turn it down even lower, because ultimately you want to make sure you can hear both. Did you know that 3.9 million dogs were given up to animal shelters each year? So now we can hear it better, and that's it.